Can you tell a specific story from your peace negotiating where there were two sides that have historical hatred for each other? How you were able to find a breakthrough that they could see each other as actually more the same than different, or at least in common causes?
I'm going to tell a story I usually don't tell. It was a number of years ago. There was a terrible civil war raging in the country of Turkey between the Turks and the Kurds. There was a Kurdish separatist movement, and 3,000 villages were destroyed. Tens of thousands of people were killed. It was going on over many, many years. And in the midst of it, a group of Turkish leaders and Kurdish leaders who were former top military, parliamentarians, congress people, and so on, small group of them, we brought them out of Turkey because they couldn't meet in Turkey. In fact, when we brought them to a place in Switzerland, just a quiet place, and they couldn't be known to be even talking to each other because they would be considered traitors by their own side. That's how tense it was. And there was one guy who was one of the Turkish guys. When he was young in the university, he'd been a member of I think it was called the White Wolves, which was a kind of a shadowy paramilitary kind of terrorist organization. And he was described to me as someone who'd rather shoot a Kurd than sit down and talk with a Kurd. So he was there. We're meeting in the morning, and I say to them, I want to hear from each side. What do you most want? What do you really care about? What's really important to you here? And one of the Kurdish leaders started talking about the right to self-determination, to choose your own fate, choose your own destiny. And as soon as that word self-determination came up, this Turkish guy got up and said, that's treason. That's criminal to even use that phrase, self-determination. I'm leaving here. What am I doing here? And he stormed out of the room. And everyone was in kind of shock. And so I went after him and with another colleague of his and said, look, it's really important to your point of view be heard here. Come on back in. He was going to leave, was packing his bags to leave. He came back in and explained what it meant to him. And then the Kurdish leader said, I didn't get a chance to finish what I was going to say. I believe that all human beings have the right to self-determination. And I, as a Kurdish citizen of Turkey, believe that we Kurds ought to exercise our right of self-determination to remain part of Turkey